G'day everyone, Buck up in North Queensland. Well, it's time, bloody warm day, time to test out the King's air conditioner again. And as you know, if you watched my first clip, I didn't get it for camping, everyone. Yeah, you can probably use it for camping. That's what it was designed for. I got it so that if we have a power outage after a cyclone, and one just passed to the north of us very recently, a big category 4, luckily we dodged a bullet there, everyone. I've got a home system here, so it's time to get the King's air conditioner in the little computer room, and I've made up a board. It's as rough as guts, but it'll do the job. I've made up a board that I can put in the window so that I can put the hot air extractor and get that hot air out the window. So I'm going to set the King's air conditioner up in the computer room where I am at the moment, take the thermometer inside, and we'll see if it cools down. It's not a full-size bedroom, and it's a decent size. It's a small bedroom, a decent size computer room, and it's a warm day today. It must be getting up, I don't know, high 20s, and we'll see if we can cool that room down using a little King's air conditioner. And the whole idea of that is if I am running off my home off-grid system, the big box air conditioners draw too much power for the 3000 watt inverter, everyone. So this thing here, as we know, pulls about 1000 watts. Say it says 600 watts, but it pulls more than that. So I should be able to at least cool a bedroom down at night in summer after a cyclone. At least cool a bedroom down enough, and then just use the ceiling fan so we can get a good night's sleep. Anyway, I'll show you the bit of board that I made up, and we'll go and set it up in the bedroom, and I'll let it run for an hour or two, and we'll see how much it cools the bedroom down, eh? Alright, so I made this up out of some plywood, everyone. So I've got some plywood, measured up the window. So basically I need to have the hot air going out. So I've got a bit of plywood, I put that in the window, and I've got some foam there, because it's a bit of a bow in there. The window sits up against there, and then I've just cut a hole, put some foam in, and the hot air pipe will sit there and go outside the window. So that's all I've done, is just a bit of plywood and put a hole in there, somewhere to put the extractor hose, if you want to call it that. Bit of foam on, bit of that sticky foam from Bunnings, just so the window butts up to that so it doesn't let any cold air out. Alright, let's go in and put this to the test, because it's always good to test your ideas well before you have to use them in anger, everyone. I want to make sure this works. So I'm going to test it out on a nice warm day. Righto, I'll go in, whack it in the window and see what it looks like, eh? Righto, everyone's probably a bit bright coming through the window there. I'll put the curtain down in a minute, but you can see there I've put the plywood in the window. So a slight gap there, but it won't be too bad. Hot air comes out of the back, channeled out the window there, out through the fly screen, and I'm just going to let this run. It's 27, I think. Yeah, so it was 29 when I brought it in. It's cooled down 2 degrees, so it's 27 degrees Celsius in this room at the moment. It's quite warm. I've just got the ceiling fans on, and we'll see how we go, eh? Hopefully we can power this up with a Jackery. 22 degrees. Here we go. So I got it wrong on the last one, everyone. I got it totally wrong. I said, oh, when you turn it down to 16, the air gets colder. It doesn't. The air's the same temperature when it comes out of the air conditioner. When you set it down on 16, it means the air conditioner's got to cycle a lot longer to get down to 16 degrees. So if you set it up on 25 or 22, when the room gets down to that temperature, the compressor will cut off and just cut in as it needs it and maintain it at that temperature. So, but that's nice, beautiful cold air coming out of there now. Set on 22, hot air's going out the window, and it's pulling, it's going up as I speak, 600, 606, so it's going up. So it started off on 600 watts, which is what it says, but it's 621 now, 624, and it'll probably keep going up to 1000. So what I'm going to do now, air conditioner's on 22, temperature's on 27, Jackery's on 86. I was hoping it'd be on 100 to see exactly how long I got it off the Jackery. I wanted to run it off the Jackery rather than mains 240 everyone, because I actually wanted to see how much it's pulling. So what I want to do is hopefully get the room down to 22 degrees Celsius, and then when this thing settles down and the compressor's not working so hard, then see if it settles down. Okay, because it was pulling over 1,000 watts on the first clip, and everyone said, Buck, you got to let the temperature get down. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to close the door. I'm going to come back in an hour and see if this room's down to 22 degrees and see how many watts it's pulling. Right everyone, I've just been out, done a sneaky oil change on the Engel generator. Came in, walked into the room, and certainly felt cool. Check the temperature. It's sitting on right on 22 everyone, about 21.5 as a matter of fact. So the thermometer there, still beautiful cold air coming out of the air conditioner. Really, really nice. So yeah, aircon set to 22. It's got this decent sized computer room, a smallish, well, I wouldn't even say small bedroom. It's small for an old home compared to the other two bedrooms, but this is probably almost a standard bedroom in a normal house now. These bloody pissy little 4 and 5 bedroom homes they build. So it got the room down to 22 degrees everyone. Still working good, nice cold air coming out. Obviously I could go lower now, and I came in and it's 878. It's pulling 878 watts, so it's down to temperature everyone. It got the room down to 22, which is what I had the aircon set on, and it's pulling more than 600. So it says it's a 600 watt aircon. I call bullshit on that. It's pulling 881 now, so about 880, and it's supposed to be a 600 watt air conditioner. So listen, I'm going to say it right now, if you're taking this air conditioner out camping and you're going to rely on lithium batteries and that to run it, you can do it, yes. For how long depends on the size of the lithium battery. I've only got less than 0.9 of an hour to go on the Jackery, so that's 160 amp hour battery roughly in there, 2042 watt hours. So you only get a couple of hours out of the Jackery everyone, enough to cool your tent down probably, but you certainly can't run that aircon all night. If you've got a massive 1,000 kilowatt bloody 1,000, 10,000 or whatever, you need a big battery bank to run this thing. I was just talking to Russ out there, and Russ is going up to Cape York in September, and he's talking about running it into the Oztan. I said, yeah, I said it'll be fine for that, Russ, because you just run a generator up there 24/7. It's out remote. They run a generator because they've got a freezer and that for all their fish fillets and everything. I said this will be fine if you've got 240 volts. I think if you don't have 240 volts everyone, I wouldn't buy one of these. I just wouldn't do it. You drain your batteries down, and then the next day, if you're relying on solar, you've got to have a hell of a lot of solar to get your batteries back up and running again. So are they a good little aircon? Yeah, they are. They spit out the cold air. There's no doubt about that. There's no problems with the cold air that comes out of them. Yeah, the filtering the hot air out's a bit of a pain in the arse. The bucket, oh no, it's alright. There's that much condensation in the bucket, so you definitely got to have a drip bucket if you're going to run it inside your bedroom at home. Will this cool a room down so we can get to sleep after a cyclone at night? Absolutely it will. I can run it off the Jackery for an hour, no worries, to cool the bedroom down, or plug it into the wall and run it off the battery power bank in my shed via the 3000 watt inverter. The Jackery's got a 3000 watt inverter, runs it no worries at all. So yeah, cooled the room down. So it's an option for those people renting a house and can't put a box air conditioner in the window or something. This could be an option for you. Bit of plywood, you see how I've done that. Cut a hole out if you've got a circular hole saw or whatever. You can get away with it. Got to have a bucket to drain the water into, but it can get you out of the shit. Gidgey, if you're watching, this could be, you know, put this on for a couple of hours before you go to bed and walk in, and at least the room's cool at night and you can go to sleep. Put it on a timer and then just go off your fan after that. But it's always nice to walk into a cool room. Listen, campers, unless you got 240 guys, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't. If you're trying to run this off batteries and that, just creates more problems than it's worth. I think if you've got a forward fold camper, a rear fold camper, or a small caravan, and you don't have an air conditioner, and you camp in caravan parks or somewhere that's got access to 240 volts, absolutely there's a place for this. This would be great in a nice, small little caravan, little bloody 13 footer or whatever, as long as you've got some way to get the hot air out the window of your caravan, okay? You've got to come up with a system to do that. So there is a place for this. They are a good bit of kit. They do spit out the cold air, but they have their limitations. Russ is going to try it in September when he goes to Cape York. He's going to be sleeping in an Oz tent. They've got a generator up there running 24/7, and I said to Russ, just have this outside the tent, mate, and run the cold air thing into your Oz tent. You should get a good night's sleep. So Russ is going to test that out. So at least I know now, after a cyclone, I can get this air conditioner cranked up, run it for an hour or so, and cool the room down so we can at least get to sleep at night. Nothing worse than trying to sleep in the middle of summer up here. You know, with a battery bank in the shed now, we can at least run the ceiling fans, and we can at least cool the room down for an hour so that it's at a comfortable temperature to get to sleep at night. So there you go, the King's air conditioner, everyone. Yeah, it works. Certainly for someone renting a house and they want to be able to cool a room down in summertime, especially up here in Queensland, this could be an option. If you can't, let's face it, you want to put a box air conditioner in, you've got to get permission off the landlord. If they don't want you to go cutting their windows out and all that type of stuff, this could be an option for you. And when you leave, you can take it with you. So there you go. Let me know what you reckon in the comments, everyone. No, it didn't get this room down to temperature, but it certainly did cool it down enough to make it comfortable. Rafa's down here having a nice sleep. He reckons it's cool enough. Yeah, so at least I know it works now. At least I know it can cool a room down. After we have a cyclone, we've got a power outage, and I've got a way to power the house up now using the battery banks in the shed, everyone. Yeah, just jury's still out on using it for camping, everyone. Unless you've got 240 volts, I don't think it's worth it. You'd have to have a lot of lithium battery and a lot of solar to make it worthwhile. I think it'd create more problems than it's worth, honestly. But certainly, if you're one of these people who likes to go to a caravan park for a long weekend, you haven't got an air conditioner in your camper trailer or your small caravan, this definitely will do the job for you. Alright, let me know what you reckon, everyone. Take care, be good to each other, and we'll catch you again soon. See you later.